Okay, here we are. We're in Leeds. We're here with Zoe Cook, that's Body Positive on the gram. Zoe's just took part in the first FITX show of the season. How'd you get on, Zoe?
Yep, come second. Up against a very competitive stage, so yeah, very happy with my outcome today. All went to plan, definitely my best look, so yeah, really happy.
Yeah.
Awesome. So best look ever, would you say?
Yeah, best look ever.
We're super proud, and I echo that as well. I think Zoe has had so much potential in her physique, and she's been competitive. She's a seasoned athlete, so this is 2 years of off-season coming back into her show season from working really super hard. We're on the back of a near 30-week prep for Zoe. She's had 2 shows. This is the second show of her season, taking first in the 2 bros and now second place on FITX, both in open shows as a natural female figure competitor is just massively inspiring, and something that I know I'm super proud of, because of course it's very close to my heart as being my class too, and to watch her grow, to see how far she's come to now bringing just this big, hard, full, but mostly that X-frame package that for the natural female to look up to and kind of go, that's where I want to get to, and it's completely achievable, and she's nailed it today package-wise. So honestly, kudos to the discipline and hard work.
Thank you.
It's been amazing. It's been a really great journey through the off-season and through this prep. So, got some questions for you.
Go.
So, Zoe, this was an open show, yeah?
Yeah.
So non-testing. And Zoe's a natural athlete, which big props to her, as Steph just said.
Yeah.
Was there a big mindset shift? I mean, how did you think at the start of the season, thinking, I'm going to go in out of the natural pool and then test the waters in the non-natural shows?
Yeah, it was hard to get over that mindset, and definitely like looking on the gram at some of the girls that I could potentially be up against was a bit daunting. I remember having a check-in with you, Steph, like, oh, have you seen this girl? And you literally said, do not look, do not search them up. And as soon as I started doing that, you get on with the prep, and you want to do these shows for a reason, and just to believe in yourself and that you can do it. Like, just go up there and see what you look like. And I'm really happy I did the 2 bros, because I didn't feel out of place at all. Obviously winning and then going into the overalls, it just didn't feel out of place. So yeah, you just don't look at anyone else, you focus on you, and yeah, just believe. Believe.
So is that your number one bit of advice you would give to another, say a natural competitor thinking about maybe going and doing like a NABA or a PCA or a 2 bros or something? Yeah,
don't stress about it. Just, like I said, just believe in yourself, and you can do it. That if you want to do an open show, go and do an open show. Don't just wait for the natural shows to come out because you're a natural athlete. Like, if you want to compete earlier in the year, go and compete earlier in the year.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, my perspective, I mean, talking to natural competitors and things like that, I always think the total package is the thing that really makes the biggest difference, and that's why I'd say you can go and do it. I mean, what do you think, Steph?
Yeah, I'm completely with you on that. I think, Andrew and I have this mantra at Pro Prep, which is precision equals results, and the other mantra we have is shape wins shows. The overall shape is what good judging should be looking for at any show, and that doesn't matter whether it's an open, whether it's a natural show, whatever show it is. We're looking for the complete package: great muscle tone, great conditioning, a wonderful stage presence, and exactly what Zoe just said, a confidence in yourself, that you can see yourself standing on stage. You can see a competitor who really believes in themselves when they're standing on stage, because they are assured of their self, they've done the work, and they've brought something really special. And I think for us, the whole journey to get a competitor to where Zoe is today, but also in our own journeys and with what we do, is that key of precision and discipline and focus. And I think you're just straight off the stage, Zoe, right? So
I think that just touching on the confidence thing, like that's been a massive thing since the 2 bros, like being that confident, even in my posing. Like, Steph, you sent me my posing routine, 2-3 weeks before? Yeah. And I was like, I'm never going to learn this. Like, I'm not a dancer. I don't flow properly, but actually I learned it like that. And even coming off the stage today, they played my music as I was walking on, even though I asked for it to start on stage. And yeah, I messed up a little bit, but I caught up and I finished the main bits at the end and just kept going. I thought, oh no, I'm going to stop. I just no, just live the moment, and it proved that obviously came second, so I didn't mess up that bad.
You wouldn't have even known. You wouldn't have even known.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So I think best you've ever looked.
Yeah, definitely.
What's been the major difference between, say, this prep in the off-season compared to ones in the past to get that look? What's been the difference?
The main difference in the off-season has just been more structured, more flexibility.
More structured and more flexible, so in what respect?
More structure as in, you said to me in the off-season, like, hit 4 days for X amount of months, right, we're now going to hit the plan for 5 days a week, and if I was a bit off plan on those 2-3 days where you told me not to be, then it didn't matter too much, and then when you said, right, we're going to start tightening up the diet, and then we did, and the results paid off, and then we went into cut, and it was an easy prep. Yeah, like I enjoyed it, and that's the main thing. I think that separates my previous preps, that I enjoyed it, and it wasn't, oh, I'm on prep, that's why I'm feeling shit.
Yeah,
I looked beyond why I was feeling rubbish some days. Like personal stuff would come up, and I wouldn't blame it on prep. I blame it on just life. Like life happens still when you're on prep. I think a lot of competitors blame their emotions because of prep, and I don't think it should be like that. You should enjoy every minute of it, which I have.
So do you embrace the challenge?
Yeah.
A mindset shift, and that's what made it easier.
Definitely. My mind shit.
my mind shit. To be fair,
bloopers. My mindset changed massively.
Yeah.
When I started that cut, my mind changed completely.
Yeah, we saw such a huge shift in your mindset, and I think if I go back on loads of our check-ins, so much of it has been about focus on that angle, but the prep you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a slog. It can be really enjoyable if it's the right structure and if it's not demanding too much of you, and that's where we've kind of tried to tweak things along the way to keep managing that balance so that you can do it and live life and do your job and do everything else at the same time, without it being too difficult. But
I think the main thing is it comes to the relationship with you guys being my coaches and obviously me being your client.
Yeah.
And I think having that good relationship with the coach is the most important thing of the whole prep.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, if you'll indulge me for a second, I think the drill instructor sort of approach, where you've got the Sergeant General, it's like, you need to do more, you need to do more, you need to do more, is not a positive way to get the best results out of your client, because you need a healthy mindset, and you need someone to know when to put the arm around you and say, don't worry about that, we'll just keep going. That was a bad day, don't stress, and just build you up rather than tearing you down, and be honest with you when you need the honesty as well, so you're not always giving false affirmations, but just having that positive relationship with the client is so helpful. So at least that's the approach I always try to do.
Yeah, definitely.
So one question that I'd love to hear from your perspective is, how did you discipline yourself enough to get through what I know can be some really hard days during prep sometimes? What kept you going every day when you woke up in the morning and you thought, right, I'm on prep, I'm doing this, I'm ticking my boxes, I'm doing my diet, my training, my cardio. How did you keep that mindset straight?
I'm going to be judged in my underwear.
There you go. That's a good way
I'm going to be on a stage where I'm being judged on what I look like, and I think telling yourself every day that and saying today's going to be a good day, like before you even get out of bed, like that mindset again. And when you are having a bad day, just get on with it. Like, don't dwell on it. Like, think of why you started, the goal that you have set. Think of the end, what you're going to look like, and why let one day ruin that.
Absolutely.
So,
looking at the bigger picture rather than focusing on what's here.
Don't focus on the small stuff. Look at the big stuff.
And I know that you're a girl who loves her food. We've got a brookie on the table, right? So,
what's in that?
Should I get it out again?
I know this is a girl who loves her food. So, Zoe, tell me, how do you keep yourself?
Obviously half been demolished.
How do you keep yourself from not veering off and eating foods off plan and kind of keeping yourself straight on the diet?
Because
I know you love your food. I know you.
The biggest thing for me this prep was not stockpiling food that I would want. Like, food's always going to be there, and that came. I asked for that to be delivered on Friday, so before this weekend, just so I could take it straight up. And I think filling your cupboards up with chocolate and sweets is just, you're preparing yourself to eat all of this rubbish after so long of my 30-week prep for stockpiling, and now I'm going to demolish it all. I just don't see the point of it. It doesn't, I did it on my first prep, but I think that's just, I think everyone would do on their first prep,
It's
really.
like learning,
Yeah, you learn and you just become a more mature athlete, I guess.
I think the maturity is a big thing you touched on there. That's you learn as you get older, and that's a very rookie thing to stockpile the cupboards. Some people never get out of that habit as well, but I think you're right, a mature approach with the mindset as well.
But staying on the diet as well, I don't know, I've got a plan and I'm going to follow it. I've got coaches telling me what to do, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, you tell me, right, we're going to put another low day in, okay, you get used to it.
Absolutely.
And you're doing it for a reason. You see the scale weight drop, you see your pictures tighten up, and you just trust the process.
Awesome.
Trust the process. And so the day before, so yesterday, Mother Nature took its toll, didn't it?
This is it.
As well, and my pictures were bloated after my cycle decided to come along and play a game, and told you guys straight away. We did some changes and I woke up flat and looked my best.
It happens. And these are kind of the things that sometimes, people need to understand, that the body still, female bodies are incredible things, and hormones don't hold up for show day. They may show their ugly head or rear their ugly head sometimes. We know what to do in that situation, but I think the main thing that Zoe exudes, which it really does inspire me, is you're calm. You're very able to maintain a very calm, level head when something doesn't maybe go quite well to plan, or we need to shift and adapt. And I think if I could kind of install that into anybody who wants to do a prep, that's key for keeping cortisol levels low, letting the body do what it needs to do through a prep, and just appreciating and enjoying it, I think, and taking each day as it comes, as you've done. And today was just an awesome result. So what did you enjoy the most about today?
Having an audience, having you guys here as well in the background, and having my mum
Digital.
and having my mum in the crowd as well.
Some people say she looks like your sister.
If you've seen Zoe's mum, she is the spitting image. Yeah.
My mum's paid them to say that.
I'm going out for tea tonight with 3 blondes. That's all I'm saying.
I think from both Andrew and I, it's been an amazing journey with you, and I can't wait to see what we start to talk about next.
The hot question is what comes next?
Who knows?
Oh, she's playing the cards close to her chest.
Boom, we'll leave it on that. But for today, first place at Two Bros, second place at FITX, an amazing season for Zoe Cook. So guys, if you aren't already, go and give her some love and give her some support. And as always, you're such a massive part of Team Pro Prep. We have a great culture, you know that, and just thank you so much for your hard work.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Zoe Cook, everyone.